What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk about why it sold off and why at the end of the day the whole subpoena situation is not that big of a deal. With that said, all I ask, smash a thumbs up. It definitely helps my channel significantly. For those that are new to the channel, I do daily videos on trending stocks, crypto, I do it all. So definitely subscribe. Also, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. I greatly appreciate that. I will also be starting to do live streams on a weekly basis for members only. So even more of an incentive to sign up. With that said, let's get right into it. So as you can see, intraday chart, nothing but good things as of right now because everyone is buying. And just want to draw your attention to one thing. So again, I always have the live ticker going so you can see $44.10 as of right now, only down 6%. It did hit a low of $38.06, but I want to draw your attention to the block volume, last column right here. So 2.5 million shares being traded already within the first hour, and that is from institutions and hedge funds. Just watch that as I film the video. There most likely will be a lot more institutions physically buying into Lucid because Lucid is one of those ones that you need to buy the dip. So ultimately, what happened to Lucid? So you can see that they were faced with a subpoena as far as the original 24 billion blank check deal. So the SPAC, when it was cciv. So ultimately, what happened? Why are they doing this? So just reading into this a little bit more. So ultimately, what happened? So right here, it easily lays it out. Lucid Motors was not prepared to deliver the vehicles by spring of 2021, which I originally mentioned. Lucid Motors was projecting production of 557 vehicles instead of the 6,000 vehicles that was obviously a roundup. As a result of the foregoing, defendants' positive statements about the company's business operations and prospects were materially misleading and or lacked a reasonable basis. And ultimately, if you think about it, who would be complaining about this? Especially looking at the 1 year chart, nothing but crazy good things. Everyone is extremely happy with Lucid except for one individual, or several individuals, obviously I should say, and is this. The original investors, so PIPE. So you can see the PIPE investors, which included BlackRock, Fidelity, and so forth. You know what happened on September the 1st, right? Obviously, we hit a low of $15, and clearly whoever sold at this stage is regretting it. We have seen a lot of institutions and hedge funds physically disclosing their positions, which we already know BlackRock and Fidelity have a huge sum of money in Lucid. But the other ones, Frank Templeton, Newberg, Wellington Management, all of those could have easily sold on September the 1st, and now they are extremely sour about Lucid. So they obviously went to the SEC and complained about these facts, saying that they were being misrepresented. That's why they end up selling out. And ultimately, this is why they are sour. This is why they got subpoenaed. And this is why at the end of the day, you need to buy Lucid on every single dip. Keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence. But how I see things, Lucid hasn't let us down one bit, and they supposedly only let these investors down. And that's only because they didn't dime in hand as the rest of us did. And I'm sure a lot of you bought prior to the dip in September the 1st and have been holding, some of you, since the cciv stages. If you have, give yourself a shout out in the comments below. You definitely deserve a lot of credit. But with that said, though, this is why right now the subpoena isn't really worth any conversations. This is why I bought the dip. If you haven't already, definitely take a look at my video on my price prediction for this upcoming week. I did say that this is going to be one of the last weeks that we have red before we just turn massively green. And that's why I bought the dip today. I bought it twice, actually. One was before the market at $40.40, and this was an insane amount. It actually hit $38.06, I believe. Insane. Like, I cannot explain how much I constantly say every video that Lucid is a buy the dip company. Years from now, you're not going to care if you bought it at 38, 42, whatever it might be. Honestly, it's going to be 200 plus, hands down, especially based on its growth alone. And if you haven't already, smash the thumbs up and subscribe. Take a look at any of my Lucid videos. I bring up a new catalyst any and all times. I ended up buying, I believe it was $38.60 as well as secondary time. So right now, I'm extremely happy. And obviously, as should you. And despite it bouncing back fairly strong, it is still buy the dip right now. Still $43.14 or 18 cents, whatever it is. This is still cheap in comparison to what it will be. So I obviously just want to reiterate that to a lot of individuals. Sometimes you need to hear that. A lot of investors that did get into Lucid are just fairly new to investing. Lucid might be your first and only stock that you are in. So you do most likely get easily spooked by massive fluctuations. It is going to be a very bumpy road for Lucid, no doubt about that. but it is going to be very beneficial to those that are patient. And I just want to reiterate that again. Patience is key. With that said, let me know your thoughts on Lucid in the comments below, and if you bought the dip, again, give yourself a shout out every single video because it's one of those ones that you need to be proud of. I'm very proud to own Lucid, and as should you. With that said, if you haven't already, smash a thumbs up and subscribe. I greatly appreciate that. Again, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. With all this said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.